The opportunity to start things here on a warm evening. Is in the region, supposed to only get down to around 70 or the upper 60s tonight. There is the possibility of more cloud cover, and with it, chance of showers and thunderstorms. That is likely not until tomorrow. It will likely be dry tonight as we go through this one. Your weather forecast brought to you by Intermountain West Insulation. Richland races out from the east end. They also carrying banners and flags and clad in all white with a green helmet. And Josh Jelenik's team, it is interesting. This is probably the biggest team that they have had in about a decade or so as well, going back to that 2017, 2016, 2015 run where they eventually did win a state title in Washington. And to have that size back is one of the things they're very excited about this year.
Well, yeah, you know, and that first meeting between the Bulldogs, that was the matchup of the two reigning state champions from Washington and Oregon. They want to get back to what they were there. They get it, you know, they have been making some pretty good runs at it. Richland is just, you know, when you look at their rosters and you look at what's out there and you figure out there's 120 some kids, Hermiston is close to that now. Hopefully we can keep all that number out.
There are some key players playing both ways for these two teams as they get set to line up here for the presentation of colors and the national anthem on the second annual Salute to Service Night. One of the very exciting news pieces we had last year during football season was that they were going to be able to start ROTC, and so Hermiston's program getting ready to present the colors here tonight, and Lisa Jones going out to midfield. So just like a month ago at the rodeo grounds, we get this fantastic national anthem. Colors being presented. The officiating crew off in the west end zone right now. They are a crew of all former military active duty members.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free?
Lisa Jones with a fantastic anthem. That was a Chinook helicopter with the Army National Guard flying overhead and off towards Pendleton. It had been set up as a static display next to the field. We will get the coin toss. We will get the kickoff. We will get opening night going when we return here on your home of the Bulldogs, AM 1360 KOHU.
Introducing Howard Mackey, Michelle McAllister, Robert Terrio, Corey Morgan, Mike Hackenberg, and Staff Sergeant Diana Juarez. It's honorary captains for Hermiston tonight.
Honorary captains for Hermiston as we get set to go to the coin toss are from the Hermiston School District, and they are also veterans or active duty members of one of the branches of the military. It includes Howard Mackey and Missy Doherty, Michelle McAllister, Robert Terrio, Mike Hackenberg, and off of the coaching staff, Corey Morgan. And they will follow the captains out to midfield for handshakes and the coin toss here. The second annual salute to service. And this has been a fun night and some real excitement. A flyover here in Eastern Oregon.
Also, coming from the west, when they left here, they went off to the north, come back around, come all the way through the west, and they were hitting it just about perfectly. And
not a true flyover.
No.
It was just a training run, as I'm sure you're very familiar with as well.
Yep.
Back in town after a half a year.
Close.
with another one of our former Bulldogs who's active military.
And maybe one of these years I'll be able to have an opportunity to still be calling games, and he'll come and visit us. up here on the field and get recognized.
Hey, it'd be great if he'd come and visit us, and
Yeah.
you weren't down there for so long.
Well,
We missed you up here.
Yeah, we've been trying to talk him and his wife of coming back, for during the Christmas break, and we'll see. That's kind of their busiest time with their non-deployment, deployment, non-deployment type stuff right now.
Speaking of miss you up here, I haven't really had the time. I'm going to do it right now as we're talking. We talked earlier in the Tailgate show about this being our first time doing a football season in my 19 years without Joe Thompson up here with us during the Tailgate show. He passed away this last winter. I did ask the OSAA to make a press pass that we will have with us during the football season. All right, so Richland's got the ball, and Hermiston's going to start on defense here to start off the 2025 season. Sonny, we can see a freshman. What kind of nerves are there for Jose Guardado as he's going to be the first one to touch the ball of this season, kicking off for Hermiston?
Yeah, no way to, other than to get out here and get it broken in early.
Brody Bosick to the right, Hayden Galloway to the left, both standing about the 10-yard line. We've been told that Guardado can kick this thing into the end zone. We saw him do it a year ago in the 8th grade Armin Sandstone game. This is going to be a low line drive over towards Galloway, catches it at the 7, moving middle of the field, and slips up right across the 20-yard line, just inside the hash marks, up to the 22. And that is where we see the Richland Bombers. Their offensive starting lineup, it is brought to you by Rogers Toyota of Hermiston, family-owned expert care and customer service that goes the extra mile. From first keys to forever drives, they care about what you're driving at Rogers Toyota of Hermiston. It's another Woodward. Jackson Woodard, the junior quarterback, stands 6 feet 2 inches tall. He's 170 pounds. Tucker Watkins, the 5'9", 190-pound senior, will be in the backfield with him. 3 receiver options to the left, 1 alone to the right on first down and 10. Woodard to throw, deep ball right side for Bosick, too far. Incomplete. I look back to see how many Bulldogs are down there, because I said to David as we were walking down earlier tonight, I was like, hey, why don't you just send the house on the first play? He said, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it looked like 4.
It was 4 defensive linemen. And they were contending with the left tackle, Tyree Lopez, 6'3", 300 at a junior. Left guard, Nick Rogel, is 6'1", 260 at a sophomore. Fletcher Owens is going to put his hand to the ball here in a second, 6 feet tall, 240 pounds and a junior. The right guard is A.J. Ochoa, one of the returners. And then right tackle Javon Golden, who's 6 feet 6 inches tall. Handoff, and Watkins running to the right side, bounces off of one tackler and another before he's pulled down from behind up to the 26-yard line. Second down and 10. Goes as a gain of 3 for the Bombers, trying to run out there behind Bosick, who was wide out to the right side. Jack Kirkham is the tight end. Hayden Galloway at another wide out. And out wide to the left side right now is sophomore Andre Jackson. Bosick outside of him on third down and 6. Hand to Watkins, running right side again, bottled up after a yard. To the right side he goes, and nowhere to go as he gets stuck there in the middle, and Seth Reeve at a tackle leading the way. Guillermo Salazar is also in on the stop. It forces 4th down and 4. And Hayden Galloway will drop back into punt formation. Tabor Mills deep. Nate Henderson not quite as deep. He's closer to the Hermiston sideline. Mills stand about the 30 right now. 2.5 minutes in. High snap, left-footed kick is off the side of the foot, shanked over towards the Richland sideline, a bounce at the 45, and then check up right around the 47-yard line. Hermiston's going to start with beautiful field position for their first offensive drive of the season. Braden Medelas, the sophomore, will come out at quarterback, 5'8", 155. And Hayden Larson, the senior, 6 feet tall. The roster says 185. We were told he's at about 205 right now. That is definitely not his wrestling weight. That is his football bruising running back weight.
Yeah, this year he's going to have his work cut out for him to get back down to that wrestling weight.
Dave Mills will be split out wide to the right side. James Young is wide to the left. Ryan Allen inside of him in the slot. Larson to the left shoulder of Medelas. The sophomore quarterback on first down 10. Hard count and a jump up the middle from the Richland defense. The referee, Chris Neesham's microphone leaves a little bit to be desired. He is a Navy man out of the Marine Corps. Umpire Joe Jeunesse. Head linesman is Phil Bull. Line judge Shane Kelly. Back judge Chad Nixon. They are all Air Force. First down and 5 and a handoff. Here is Larson trying to run right side, and he gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Trying to run behind the right side of Angel Ordaz Garcia, tackle, and Isaiah Sparks at right guard. Seth Reeve is the center. Keegan Harshberger, the senior at left guard, and Max Shelhonick. He was wearing 8 and 18 early in his career. Now 58. He shot up both ways. 6'5", 265, and he's got Medelas' blind side.
Well, not Medelas now. It's Stacy again. Medelas just came to the sideline, it looked like. Or was that, or that maybe that was 7.
No, it is Kyle Stasek, the other sophomore, the quarterback. He'll turn a hand off to Larson. Larson hit just across the line of scrimmage, and a yard up to the 41-yard line. Kevin Walter, a senior at one linebacker, Gavin Green the other in the middle of their defense, calling the plays. Silent Kiso Kalahane. His dad is the new defense coordinator, RJ Kiso Kalahane, taking over for DJ Search, who moved over to Pasco to be their head coach this year. Third down, 4 to go from the 41. Medella's back in to throw. Time in the pocket, over the middle. Bounces off of the hands of Mills, diving play, bobbles in and out of the hands of the backfield man, Kyan Williams, the senior, almost and should have had a pick on that drop ball by Mills.
Yeah, there were 3 Bombers that had an opportunity to have it there. It did drop right in front and should have went into his hands, but he got there a little bit late. So is there a flag now? There is.
Checking on the marker. The marker is a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, right on the right hash mark. And Chris Neesham.
Offense number 51 contacted the player whose helmet had already come off. 15-yard penalty, third down.
That's a personal foul penalty on Keegan Harshberger. With 9:22 left in the opening quarter of the 2025 season, Hermiston's good field position has been spoiled.
The worst part about that is the down counted also.
Well, tell the down marker that, because it says third down and 19. Medelas will run the...
Should have been 4th down.
Third down and 19 for the Bulldogs.
Larson to his left, 3 receiver options to the left as well. Nate Henderson out to the right alone. Looking to go over the middle and off of the hands of Edwards. Medella's hit 2 receivers who should have caught balls here on this drive. Instead, 4th down and 19, and the punt team coming out. Max Shelhonick will punt for Hermiston. He's standing about his own 31 now. Again, the returner is Hayden Galloway, the senior, who really doesn't leave the field for this Richland program. Scoreless with not quite 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Good snap to Shelhonick, and he has the punt away. Take the Hermiston bounce at the 30 and roll out of bounds just across the 25-yard line. That's where they'll mark it for Hermiston to take things over after a punt of 36 yards. So they exchange punts here on the opening drives of the 2025 season. What have you seen so far?
Well, so far, I mean, both teams have neutralized themselves on the line. good line play right now. And that's where, if you can't get that running game going, you got to go ahead and try and punch. And unfortunately, the biggest thing is that Hermiston just has to hold on to the football on receiving.
Micah Meyer is a sophomore. He's in it back, pistol set for Woodard, who's standing a step in front of him. Turns and hands off to Meyer, running the right side. The scat back gets across the line and up to the 35-yard line. Turns it into a 10-yard run. Biggest offensive play of the game either way. And give Richland the first down, the first one of the game. 3 minutes gone in the opening quarter. Richland's second touch of the ball. Trying to put the first score of the season on the board. Galloway is split out wide to the left side. Bosick to the right. Tight ends in each way on this tight set, first down and 10. Meyer again, this time bottled up and runs right into the arms of the big man, Salazar, at tackle.
Yeah, nice play that time. The Bulldogs were able to go ahead and cut down on that lane that opened wide open and shut it right down.
Cash Edwards at one defensive end, and Malachi Kovarubius at the other one right now, with Salazar and Reeve in at the tackles. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Woodard, the junior, delayed handoff, trying to stretch it out to the left side. Meyer's got some space. Dives over the top of a tackler and ends up flying forward to the 47-yard line out near the numbers. 12-yard gain. Micah Meyer's got himself a second first down.
Yeah, nice job that time. Unfortunately, Richland's speed was able to go ahead and get the edge, and once they got the edge, we kind of over-pursued off the corner out there, and he was able to get off inside.
First down 10, just short of the midfield stripe. Left hash mark set. Woodard slaps his hands together, turn, look to throw, dumps it out into the flat right side. David Lee there, dropped it. Lee, the senior tight end, moved out into the flat, had some space.
Yeah, that was unfortunate there because he did have a lot of space out there.
Second down, 10 to go. They'll spot it at the 47-yard line. Still a very warm opening night. In the upper 80s right now, not really a breath of wind to speak of as Jackson Woodard takes a snap. Hands off. Right side run again and some space and first down yardage into Hermiston territory. Down to the 43-yard line. Tucker Watkins back in. And the more power back of the two for Josh Gillettick's offense gets them a first down.
Yeah, nice job. I mean, Hermiston, unfortunately, got themselves kind of turned sideways at the initial point of the line. And once you do that, then you lose sight of the running back. And they're not the biggest of the running backs back there. They are strong, but he was able to go ahead and get the cut and get behind him.
Meyer back in. First down, 10-43. Woodard, straight drop, pressured. Out to the right side, he will scramble. Kovarubius grabs him and throws him down. Back on the other side of the 50. No, check that. That was Fitu Sapeni, the sophomore. They are super excited about what he can be. Another Sapeni here in Hermiston uniforms. And Fitu, one of the things David Waitete says, look, it's camp, it's team camp. But he got put up against one-on-one. Chihuahua's starting left tackle, and he got 4 sacks in the summer team camp. Sapeni did. Second down, and it's a 20-yard run right side. Mayer runs into Henderson, and he gets pulled down. Gain of 1, trying to run out to the right side. Henderson is getting a quick talking to from the head linesman.
Yeah,
very boisterous celebration, kind of right in the face of Mayer.
Yeah, he could have got flagged for a taunting on that one, but the official being first game out, let it go.
Talk to him, teaching moment. Hermiston making some changes here on 3rd down and 20. Twin receivers each way for Woodard. Throwing down, straight drop, steps up from the pressure. Now he'll pull it down and run. Caught from the backside, tripped up just across the 50-yard line. Henderson in there again to finish it off. But it was Cash Edwards who tripped up Woodard. Held him to just 5 yards. And with 4th down and 15 facing Richland from midfield, they will punt. We're past the halfway point of the first quarter, a little more than 5 minutes remaining. Richland, 2 drives, 2 punts, or at least they're lined up for Hayden Galloway to punt. Tabor Mills back to receive. Hermiston staying up, high snap, Galloway snatches it down, the lefty gets it away. Good booming kick. Mills has it at the 15, trying to come his sideline, flag out as he slips and doesn't gain anything, stripped up immediately at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see what the flag is behind, out in front over there, if it was a block in the back by the Bulldogs.
Offense number 9. Just from the end of the kick. 1st down, Hermiston.
So half the distance from the end of the kick means Hermiston starts their 2nd drive of the season at the 7.5-yard line. 4:32 left in quarter number 1. Look off to the east towards Bulldog, the purple gym. And you see the brand new video board that replaced the old scoreboard. New sound system as well here at Kettison Field.
Well, this initial play this time here, Eric, is so important to get the fire off on the line, the push. We've got to get good positive yardage out of this thing. It cannot be an incomplete pass.
Larson to the right shoulder of Medeles. 1st down 10 from just short of the 8-yard line. James Young in motion left to right. Hand off to Larson. No, keep by Medeles. Medeles trying to keep her. Tripped up. Read option ends up losing a yard, and there he was. Silent Kiesel Kalahane, who sniffed it out. The senior is a leading tackler, a all-league selection or an all-conference selection in the Mid-Columbia Conference a year ago. And into his senior campaign, they did give Medeles the 8, so 2nd and 10. The sophomore quarterback slaps his hand together, puts it in Larson's belly, cuts back to the left, got hit hard, but keeps his feet churning all the way across the 15-yard line up near the 17. Larson turned a gain of 3 into a gain of 7.
Nice power run that time by Larson, and just kept the feet going.
Gavin Green, the outside linebacker, met him in the hole, and Larson won essentially what has been an Oklahoma drill for the last couple of weeks for these guys.
Yeah, that was a good power run that time. You could see the difference in size.
Third and short. And a high snap, pulled down. Medeles will keep it. Again, running out to the right side. Shimmies to his right and slows up and is pulled down. Flag out, though, as he's met by 3 or 4 white shirts. A loss of 2. Bosick in there along with Green again. And Derek Hart, the sophomore tackle, also involved. 5-yard face mask. That's enough to give Hermiston a first down. Apparently marched off from the end of the play, so it moves it to the 22. 3:04 left in the opening quarter. First down and 10. Edwards in at H-back. He moves over to the right side. Henderson alone left. Allen and Young the other way. Quick throw right side for Henderson, dropped. Low, couldn't dig it out.
Yeah, he started upfield before he secured it, and being low like that and you start upfield, it's going to be even lower by the time it gets to you.
Bunch, 3 receivers out to the left side. Henderson alone to the right. On 2nd down and 10 from the 23-yard line. It is year 10 for Mike Mosier at the offensive coordinator position since he came here from Umatilla. Quick throw, left flat, Larson there, caught from behind. Kiesel Kalahane hits him for a loss of 2. Check that, that was Cole McCamey in the backfield that time.
Loss of the yard. Kiesel Kalahane on the stop for the Robbers.
Medella's to throw, scrambling back to his left, pumps it, throws, sideline, dropped. Through the hands of Young, incomplete. Might not have been enough for the first down yardage.
No, he was going to get hammered too. Medella's got hit pretty well also there on the sideline.
Fourth down and 11. So Max Shelhonic will punt. Under 2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. No score either way. Shelhonic staying on his 5. Keegan Harshberger snaps MI. Snap. Shelhonic pulls it down. Gets it away. Under some pressure. Might even been tipped. Fair catch at the 48-yard line by Galloway in Hermiston territory by 2 steps.
Yeah, that's Hermiston's playing, tough out there. Now they've got a short field that they've given Richland, and they've got to be able to go ahead and keep this defense going.
Defense has been the story through the first 4 drives of the 2025 season for these 2 teams. As Jackson Woodard comes out for his 3rd opportunity of the year from the right hash mark 48. With Micah Mayer behind him. Rolling left, stop. And the play is whistled.
This is the 2nd violation.
An equipment violation on Hermiston, so a 2nd guy. This time it was the sophomore Sapeni that we spoke glowingly about in that last drive who has to come off. Pads down over the knees, folks. First down 10. Galloway is the way out to the left. Inside of him, Bryant. Deep ball, other side for Bosick. Tries to one-hand it, incomplete. James Young on the coverage.
Well, I'll say this much for game number 1, there's a lot of hand play going on. I mean, that was a pretty good defensive positioning, but he did not need to get his hands on the receiver, but the receiver gave it back just as much.
So 2nd down and 10. Jackson Woodard hasn't really been able to get the running game going consistently here. Hands off, and Mayer gets 4 yards. Jukes his way up to the 44-yard line at a 3rd down and 6. If you're Hermiston, you got to expect you're going to make 2 stops here.
Yes, you do. You've got to make 2. I don't think that Richland will punt it. Not the way their defense have been playing so far.
At Hermiston's 44 right hash mark, 3rd down and 6. 2 receivers to the left for Woodard. Mayer in the backfield with him. Going to stand and block as he rolls out to the left. Dumps it to the flat. Catch there by Williams. Williams breaks a tackle and is shoved out of bounds in his sideline on the far side at the 32-yard line. Kyan Williams, the senior, gets the first down catch. 59 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. In a scoreless game, Richland has moved the ball as close to an end zone as either team has gotten offensively so far. Mark it at the 31 left hash mark. Mayer in the backfield behind Woodard in a pistol set. 2 receivers to the wide side, that's out to the right. Woodard looking to throw, left side, deep ball over the top, too far for Bosick. First team MCC receiver 2 years ago. Was a little bit limited in his time last year, but still had a good season and is definitely on the radar of the MCC coming into this one. Second down 10, Mayer trying to get out to the right side. He's got speed, he's got the edge, pulled down from behind around the 25-yard line on the option play. Colby Kelly playing in that Superman spot for Hermiston, kind of a hybrid linebacker safety, makes the stop. 3rd and 3 for Richland, 30 seconds remaining.
Nice job of Hermiston stretching it out, and then that's the first time we've seen the option come out of Richland.
Mayer Woodard in the backfield. Tight end right. It's 3rd down and 3. Mayer dive play right up the middle, tripped up, but has the yardage needed. And Cole McCamey, he and Larson right there in the middle as the 2 linebackers for Hermiston. They're 4-5. Makes the stop. They do mark it short, so 4th and 1 for Josh Telenik and Richland when they start the second quarter. Scoreless first quarter here in Hermiston. Bulldogs and the Bombers on opening night here on AM 1360 KOHU. We're back in a minute. One quarter complete here in Hermiston. Eric Olson, Sonny Levy with you on AM 1360 KOHU. As we get closer to halftime, brought to you by Devitt Oil's Circle K. We're going to talk to Dan Headley, the head volleyball coach here at halftime. Talk to you about Circle K right now for a refreshing ice cold drink. Nobody does it better than the Polar Pop, only available at Circle K. Polar Pop cups are guaranteed to keep your beverage colder longer. Pick yours up today at Circle K, 1st Street in Hermiston. One quarter in to the 2025 season. What has impressed you for Hermiston so far?
Well, hanging in here. I mean, they're holding this Richland team, usually pretty high-powered, to 60-some total yards in that first quarter. Unfortunately, Richland, on the other hand, their defense has done the same. It's kind of been a stalemate. They've only got 4 total yards in that first quarter.
Fourth down, 1 to go. Keeper for Woodard. Woodard grabbed at the hips, pulled back, short of the 20. David Faiteta hopping around like he's got the stop, but I think that they're going to give Woodard a mark for the first down.
Yeah, far side official came in about a foot inside of where this near side official was. Yep.
First down, 10 to go. Ball just across the 21-yard line out towards the right hash mark as Richland's trying to get the first points on the board of the season. Hayden Galloway's out to the right. 3 options to the left for Woodard. Micah Mayer behind him takes the handoff, running left side, breaks 1 tackle, pulled down at the 17-yard line, picks up 4 on the play.
And Vitu Sapedi with the stop for the Bulldogs.
Second down and 6 to go from the 17. Two receivers each. On by Henderson, right around the 10-yard line. But he pinballed after the first guy who got to him and got about an extra 5 yards out of the deal.
So 7 yards on the pickup that time. A good job, Ron. Hermiston reacting very well, getting to the football.
90 seconds into the second quarter. And Richland's got it. First down and goal at the 10. Trying to put the first points on the board this season. They'll bring an extra tight end in. Extra beef each way. Mayer up the middle, running left side. Ends up meeting Henderson in the hole at the 6-yard line. Pick up a 4.
Well, Hermiston's doing a good job. Even though the Richland line is firing off really well, Hermiston is able to go ahead and basically outstrength them and stand them up.
Second down, goal to go. Hayden Galloway is the receiver out wide to the right side. Bosick closer to the formation left with the ball on the left hash mark 6. Hand off to Mayer. Mayer running middle, pulled down just short of the goal line. Mayer made a nice cut move. And Sapeni again gets another tackle. Vitu Sapeni is going to make a good argument for defensive player of the night.
It's a 5-yard pickup there.
Third down and goal to go, just outside of the 1. Hand it to Mayer. Mayer left side, and he got himself into the end zone for the first score of the season. Put it down there behind Rogel and Lopez. And this much beefier offensive line for Josh Gilletic does get Richland on the board.
Yeah, and they just went to the power football that whole, the rest of that drive. After they got the short field, they just went power running and was able to go ahead and stick it in.
James Green is the kicker. Galloway holds on the extra point. Good snap, holds there, kick is up. And through. And 7-0 Richland. 8:53 on the clock here in quarter number 2, and the Bombers are on the board first. You're listening to Bulldog Football at AM 1360 KOHU.
And lining up to kick it away is three. Detour C.
Richland capitalizes on the short field, finishes off a 48-yard drive with a 1-yard touchdown run by Micah Mayer. And the Bombers lead 7-0. 8:53 on the clock here in the first half. Henderson with a chance to return up to the 20-yard line, trying to get out to the outside left, pulled down, but is able to get all the way to the 26. 2:30 left in the first half up at Milt Duran Field in Umatilla. Uruguay with a 6-0 lead, and the ball visiting the Vikings. They're just underway minutes ago over at the Duffer Classic. Hepner and St. Paul in action. The 1 9-man game as part of the 8-man Classic. That's a big matchup over there. Coach Wilson got a big win last week in the first game with somebody other than Greg Grant as the head coach at Hepner for over 4 decades. First down and 10 for Hermiston from the 26-yard line. Medella slaps his hands together. Hard count, gets some movement and a flag out far sideline.
Against Hermiston.
What'd you see?
Saw the left tackle raise up. I mean, he wanted to get a good start out of it, and he just raised up off his knees and brought the flag right away.
Well, the Richland student section, 2 Reuter buses strong. Vocal over on the far side. 5 yards back for Hermiston, makes it first down, 15 to go. Medella's delay, pumps, pulls it down. Design quarterback draws, sniffed out and dropped for a loss of 3. Ball going backwards to the 18.
And that's not where you want her to be, is behind the sticks. Second and a long 16 right now, Eric, and they're in not so good a shape right now.
At the 19-yard line, left hash mark. Almost 4 minutes into the second quarter. Hermiston trailing by a touchdown. The second and long snap. Medella's rolling right. Throws it to the sideline. He's got Henderson there. Henderson comes back and makes the catch. Bounces off of a tackler. Across the 30 and along his sideline. Gets all the way up to the 31-yard line. Nearly got everything he needed there. Henderson running his route ended up in the exact same spot as Mills. And Henderson took it away from his teammate and then bounced off of 2 Richland defenders.
And they gave him the first down on it. So they gave him 17 on the play. That was, a pretty good spot, though.
And a pretty good play as well.
It was. We'll take the spot that way, and
first down and 10 from the 31 right hash mark. Hand off to Larson. Larson trying to get out to the edge left side. Cuts up field and drives across the 40-yard line. Ball out. There was a whistle.
He's down. 4 officials got him down.
And Larson, a 5-yard, make it a 6-yard gain up to the 47. at the 42-yard line. 7:25 on the clock here in quarter 2. Second down, 4 to go. Medella's the back to his left. It puts Henderson in motion right to left. Toss it, Henderson catches the 1-foot pass and runs out to the left side on the jet sweep, gets first down yardage into Richland territory up to the 46. 13-yard gain and moves the chains for Hermiston. That's one way to make sure you up the passing percentage.
Yeah. I mean, you get the first 2 completions, getting them into the books for positive yards, and that's the nice thing.
Now Richland has had their first equipment violation of the night. Gideon Bird, defensive tackle, is sent off. First down and 10 for Hermiston at Richland's 46-yard line. Second time into Richland territory tonight. Larson with a handoff. Big hole up the middle. Larson falls forward across the 40-yard line up to the 39, picking up 6. Make it 7. Make it second down and 3 with 7 minutes remaining in the first half.
Great push by the Bulldogs, and Larson just extra weight, strength, all power.
Larson to the left shoulder, Medella's on the second down and 3. In the shotgun set, 3 receiver options to the right. Edwards at H-back to the right as well. Larson again, play action, throw behind Young, incomplete.
That was dangerous because that was actually off the back shoulder of the defender. That, that's how badly he missed on that pass.
A timeout with 6:37 on the clock before this third down and 3. Richland will take their first timeout of the night. Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by USA Subs and Grill. USA Subs, they heard all the requests, and they have recently added the pepper jack cheese to the menu. Now you can add that delicious bite to your favorite sub or burger. Stop in for a perfect lunch or dinner. And don't forget those famous American cheese fries at USA Subs and Grill. Eric Olson, Sonny Levy with you here at Bulldog Stadium down on Kennison Field. Richland with a 7-0 lead here visiting Hermiston on opening night. Last night, the very first athletic event in Sageview Lobos history, the newest school in Pasco, ran into the second newest school in Pasco. The defending MCC champions handed Sageview a 63-0 loss last night. But that Chiawana team, they're going to replace 4 guys who went off to college football this last year, but they are just so tough.
Oh, so tough, so deep. Even though their numbers are not near what, I mean, they're reportedly about 20 players less this year.
Upper 80s instead of the 120s.
Yeah, but you're sitting there and now you've got the cream of the crop coming up there. Not so many guys, on the sidelines. Not everybody's going to be wanting to fight for that position.
You were allowed to stay at the school you were at last year. If you were at Pasco or you were at Chiawana, you were also allowed to move. And inside that district, if you don't live in the busing area, you can get yourself to whichever school. Third down, 3 to go out of the Richland timeout from their 38-yard line. Medella's to throw. Quick play. Young comes back to the middle, has the first down, bounces off of a tackler, and is stood up at the 32-yard line. James Young's first catch of the season gets Hermiston a first down.
Nice 7-yard pass and pick that time for the first down, and that was a good hitter there, just on a quick glance across the left sideline out there.
Bulldogs coming up on the halfway point of the second quarter have a first down and 10 from the 31. At the left hash mark, Medella's takes a snap behind him, turns and hands off. McCamey, good run. inside the 25-yard line, picks up another 7.
Solid game before Walker is there to help make
Nice job that time, and it just looks like Hermiston is hungry on the line. They're getting great push, and that was a great cut by McCamey coming off the left side outside the tackle, cutting back up inside the tackle.
Second down, 3 to go. Just across the 25. Medella's the throw. Quick throw to Young over the left side. He'll come back to his right again. They get hammered. Made a nice move to miss the first guy, and it gave Silent Kiso Kalahani enough time to come over and bulldoze him. Ends up a gain of 1.
Walker on the stop. Short game, 32 for the Bulldogs.
It's those type of plays like that you want to just put the head down and go straight forward. Don't stand yourself up and take the hit.
They're down about 3. Play clock down to 7. And Hermiston's got to use a timeout. There was some confusion there about which play they wanted to set up and what was signaled in and what was called down. And so Hermiston will pause it with 4:55 left of the first half, trailing 7-0. Southridge beat Pasco in the other game last night, 2 games in the Mid-Columbia Conference a night ago. And then tonight, up at the Lamson Stadium this evening, Kamaikan hosting Walla Walla, where Hermiston's headed next week for the very first game at Walla Walla's new stadium on their campus. And then they're playing at Fran Rish tonight. Hanford will host some of their games at home, but Kennewick's got a pretty big Rootin section, so they play at the bigger district stadium there on the Richland campus.
Yeah, there's a good following behind that tough returning Kennewick team.
Halftime now in Umatilla. Irrigan's lead is 6-0 over the Vikings. Third down, and it's a healthy 2. It's 2 yards that could use some crunches. Medella's again checks over to the sideline out of the timeout. McCammy's in the backfield. Tight ends in on this play. 2 receivers, 1 each way, and James Young moved. Flinched out on the left.
I'll stop slamming my hand on the thing. Darn. Whatever play they had, go right back to it. I mean, yeah, they evidently, I think they were trying to go on a hard count anyway, and they just hard counted themselves out of a 2-yard to a 7-yard gain.
Henderson is wide to the right side. Young close to the formation left. With the ball on the left hash mark. 28-yard line. Medella's straight drop. Time in the pocket. Pumps. Now he'll pull it down. Looking to run. Medella's jukes out to his left side. First down yardage. Puts his shoulder down inside the 15-yard line. And Medella's scrambles for a Hermiston first down.
Stop. 17-yard pickup.
That's enough yardage for a Bulldog. First down.
At the 15-yard line, first down and 10. Two receiver options to the right now. McCammy in the backfield, and another pause. And another timeout with 4:21 left. Richland will take their second. Hermiston trying to get their first points of 2025 on the board when we come back to Bulldog Stadium on AM 1360 KOHU. Yeah, we're at the 28.
Oh, okay.
Hey, this is only a 60 here. So back to me after this one. And then you'll just play, when we get to halftime, you'll play the other half of that halftime break, the Delish and the Hermiston School District. First down, 10 to go from the 15. Medella's looking to throw. Pumps, throws it over the middle. A catch. The screenplay to the end zone, flag out on the play. McCamey into the end zone. I don't think it's going to stand.
No, there was motion, I believe, Eric. I don't know if it was that we started upfield before. Oh.
Well, the fans are starting to cheer again. The Bulldogs are starting to come to the sideline, pumped up again. David Faitete's got one finger up, signifying extra point. And the freshman Jose Tena Guardado is going out.
Okay. Oh.
Roughing the passer penalty on Richland. A block in the back penalty on Hermiston. And they offset, and so you replay first down and 10 from the 15. 4:14 left in quarter number 1. From the 15-yard line, left hash mark. Medella's with McCamey in the backfield. Medella's pulls it down. In trouble. Hit from behind and driven down, losing 2. He stepped up, but just there was nowhere to go.
Yeah, that time he just got he got happy feet too early, Eric. He had some time up there, and he didn't have to step up so quickly. But once he stepped up in and the pocket closed behind him, then the linebackers just came.
Second down and 12, back at the 17-yard line. Larson back in the backfield with Medella's, who's looking to throw. Medella's to throw over the middle, goal line, intercepted. Galloway, the pass was behind the intended receiver, Ryan Allen. And Richland's got it at the 1 and survives. Hermiston deep into Richland territory.
Yeah, that's where his last 2 passes coming off that right side towards the center have gone. It has actually been off the backside shoulder of the receiver right to, I mean, the one on the far side, the north side of the field, should have been an intercepted pass by Richland at that time, but it was too far off the backside. That one there, right where it should not have been.
Josh Woodard standing halfway into the end zone. Mayer behind him. Movement up front. Richland's going to get a half-yard penalty. Oh. Hermiston jumped. So there's some space. Woodard will still have his heels on the goal line with 3:25 left in quarter number 2.
Unfortunate there, because that was probably about as good opportunity of seeing a safety. The way that this defensive line has been playing right up front.
Tucker Watkins in now, but I think Richland wants to talk about it. They will use their last timeout of the first half to stop things here with 3:25 left, up 7-0 before this first down and 5 play out at the 6-yard line. Bulldog football on your hometown radio stations, brought to you in part by Delish Bistro. We'll get you the player of the game in post-game. You can dine in at Hermiston's Delish Bistro. Enjoy seasonal specials like chicken fried steak served with gravy and crispy veggies. Finish off your favorite house-made gelato for dessert at Delish Bistro in Hermiston. And at halftime, we'll talk to Dan Headley, the Devoto Circle K halftime show, as we spotlight in the Hermiston School District. Brought to you by the Hermiston School District. They are so excited to be back for the 2025-2026 school year. Parents and guardians, don't forget to check out hermiston.k12.or.us. The Hermiston School District's website has important updates, the calendar, and it's time to make quarter one count. The Hermiston School District. Richland out of timeout, 7-0 lead, 3:25 left in quarter number 2. Jackson Woodard's got his left heel on the goal line as he stands, catches, rolls left to throw, flag out as he tosses downfield, catch, a broken tackle down the near sideline, big run for Galloway, had the interception, has this ball into Hermiston territory all the way up to the 43-yard line.
I think you're going to need call for a holding.
Did you see who?
He's standing back here already with it. He didn't move. It's a big guy. I can't see his number there. 76? 76 or 78. He didn't come by. He was thrown. Okay, 71. Yeah, he was sitting right there at his feet.
Sophomore Isaac Lopez.
That's huge there. That's even though it's only a 10-yard.
Well, it's not. It's a 2.5-yard penalty.
2.5, yeah.
Because they go half the distance back to the 3. But it does erase what was going to be a 49-yard pass. Completion out to the far side. Bosik's got his first catch of the night, coming back to the middle of the field across the 20. And Brody Bosik pulled down at the 23-yard line. Some pushing and shoving and some scuffling after.
I think what you're going to do, they're reacting to Henderson coming in trying to punch the football out, and he was absolutely punching at the ball. I don't know. I mean, and I think that's what they were reacting at down there.
First down yardage. And a 20-yard gain on the catch by Bosick. First down and 10. Woodard to throw, rolling left, dumps it, and over the top and over the shoulder of Williams as the catch into Hermiston bench at the 35-yard line. Pick up 13 more. Kelly shoves Williams into the sideline. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first half. And Richland, from starting on their 1, have it out to the 35 and moving, but no timeouts remaining in the first half. Woodard to throw. Steps up, pressure to the pocket. Woodard in trouble. Sacked. Right down Broadway for Hermiston came Angel Ordaz, the senior. Makes the stop for a loss. 6 yards backwards to the 29. Richland moving quick. Second down and 16. Woodard rolling right. Woodard on the run. He's just going to keep it himself. Got the yardage lost on the sack and then is shoved out of bounds a couple more yards forward into his sideline. Shoved out by Camden Vanoy. Third down, 8 to go, and now David Faitete wants to take a timeout. Well, Richland, they spent 2 of their timeouts as Hermiston was driving down into their red zone, kind of, I think, sensing that keeping Hermiston with a 0 on the scoreboard was incredibly important for them. And now I think David Faitete, this is an important third down. Try to get the ball back, get off the field, because Hermiston's got all their timeouts.
They've used 1.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, duh. They've used 2 because this is a timeout now. Yeah, so they have 1 timeout left, but I mean, get the ball back.
Yeah, get the ball back, and it is so important. I don't think you're going to see Richland stay on the ground. I think they're going to throw it again. They're going to more than likely they're going to roll again. And that seems to be what is getting Bosick and the other receiver and Williams open is, being able to go ahead and Woodard roll out one way or the other. And Woodard throws well against his shoulders, very well. Very well. He gets the ball right on the numbers.
A year ago in this week 1 where Richland won 60-0 up at Fran Risch against Hermiston, it was that Monday before the Friday night game when they made the decision that as a sophomore, Jackson Woodard was going to be the next quarterback, the successor to his brother Josh, who was the 2024 Player of the Year in the Mid-Columbia Conference and the first-team quarterback ahead of Hermiston's Isaac Corey, who was the second-team quarterback of the MCC that year. Whistles and stops, and David Faitete just used his last one, I think.
Yes, he did. He's a little on the upset side.
And he's talking to the sophomore, Fitu Sapeni, whether he's misaligned or late. But the sophomore's getting the talking to here before timeout number 2 ahead of this third down and 8. Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by LIUNA, Labor's International Union of North America. It's an opportunity to earn while you learn with their apprenticeship program. There are plenty of construction, craft, trade jobs in the area, and you can have a family wage job. You can work in the area, you can be home at night, and LIUNA can be your support to find that career. Look them up, Labor's International Union of North America at OregonLabors.com. Third down 8 from the 37. A right hash mark set for Jackson Woodard. Straight drop, steps up in the pocket. Will throw on the run right side into the basket of Galloway. Has the catch at midfield. And a first down for Richland. The pitch and catch goes for 14. Senior Hayden Galloway made the catch. He is a talented football player. He's playing almost every play, special teams, offense, defense. He is one of the best catchers in the Mid-Columbia Conference during baseball season. That is sport number 1 for him. First down and 10 into Hermiston territory. Low ball and threaded the needle in there to Bosick for a catch and 11-yard gain and another Richland first down up to the 38.
Wow, I don't know how he ever held on to that one. That was right off the turf, sliding in.
And Benoit was right there and got a hand on it, and Bosick ripped it into his body. First down and 10, moving quickly, 2 minutes left. Handoff, Watkins, trouble. Watkins loses yardage. Pulled down back at the 41-yard line, loss of 3. Edwards in there to sniff it out and snuff it out. And Tucker Watkins has had trouble getting things going here on the ground. Micah Meyer, the sophomore, has had much more running success. This is the first run of this drive as they've been passing their way down the field. Dump left side over the top of the defense. Bryant has it, shoved into the Hermiston bench by Henderson. Bryant to the 33-yard line. Gain of 9. Third down and 5, left hash mark. Clock pause with 1:07. With Bryant pushed out of bounds. Flag out. Richland was not set. on the far side with their inside receiver, David Lee. Make this third down a little bit more difficult. I mean, in many ways, Joshua Lennox is getting to see a lot of, hey, what does our hurry-up offense look like against somebody else?
Yeah, I mean, Hermiston is playing some pretty good defense. They're playing some pretty good football out here right now. Now what they got to do is they can't bite on the first fake, because I have a feeling you're going to see a button and go.
They're down 10, move it back to the 38-yard line. Straight drop, pressure, out to the right side, Woodard rolls. He has time, throws downfield, incomplete. Overthrew Brody Bosick.
Yeah, he was looking deep, and he had him, and had the receiver just gone downfield. I mean, the receiver was actually behind the Hermiston defender, but he just did not, whenever, Woodard motion for him to go, he just didn't go. That was number 11 again, Bryant. Had he just taken off, he had nothing but end zone.
Bryant, Williams, Galloway wide to the right side. Bosick alone to the left, the short side of the field. Richland will keep the offense on at Hermiston's 38, 4th down and 10. Woodard straight drop. Deep ball right side, looking for the home run. Incomplete. Flag out on the play.
That's got to be offensive. He ran right over the top of him, unless he's going to determine that the Hermiston player stopped in the middle of it.
Tanner Wicks defending Kyron Williams.
That was a great defensive play. I just don't see how they could call it that way.
David Faitete is asking, before they actually announce it as pass interference, for a better explanation of what Tanner Wicks did wrong on that play.
He's got the opportunity to have that football play and not get shoved out of the way.
That is a 15-yard penalty. It'll move Richland down to the 23 and give them a first down. I mean, the credit to Williams, because he runs into the defender and creates the contact there and draws the flag and gets them a new set of downs. Trying to add to a 7-0 lead with a little more than 40 seconds left of the first half. Woodard steps up in the pocket, now straight down the middle of the field. Tripped up, flag comes out as Woodard is stalked by Larson. Hermiston's leading tackler a year ago till he got hurt in week 8 at Pasco. Holding penalty indicated against Richland. And you got to presume Hermiston will take it.
Yeah, because it came in 2 yards behind where the final of the play, 3 yards behind the final of the play.
Ten yards backwards, move it to the 33. And first down and 20. I mean, you take that one because it just makes it farther for Richland with 37 seconds left and no timeouts.
Absolutely, you got to take it, and
Woodard in the pistol on first down and 20. Rolling out, dumps it in the flat, off of the chest, incomplete. The sophomore Mayer couldn't pick it up. Only runs a second off of the clock. Runs it down off.
Yeah,
it's so important Hermiston gets into the locker room here down by just a score.
Absolutely it is, and one thing about it is they've been playing pretty good defense, pass defense deep. Just don't let anybody, now they got trips clear up on the outside out there.
Three options right, and Pearson Bryan is alone to the left, the short side. Pressure coming, Woodard steps away from it, pumps, Woodard begging extra time, dumps it underneath, far sideline to Galloway. Galloway is kept in play. No, they wave him out at the 28-yard line. 5-yard gain. And the clock is still moving.
Huh.
I don't think Richland realizes it. Now
Why would...
that realization is made. There's 7 seconds on the clock right now. And the official on the far side did waive that play as out of bounds. And so it should have stopped the clock. I mean, David Faitete's argument on the near side with the nearest official to him is that it looked like they kept him in when they stood him up.
Yeah, I think they're going to get about 5 seconds more. Wow, 8 seconds.
So 8 seconds more. Give them 15. 3rd down and 15 from the 28-yard line. Bosick is the lone receiver right. That's the short side of the field with the ball on the right hash mark. Woodard's got 3 options to his left. Straight drop. Woodard shoved out of trouble. Steps up. Gives himself time. To the end zone, underthrown ball, jump ball at the end zone, pulled away from the defender, touchdown. Galloway hauled it in.
28 yards on the pass. Galloway coming back and had to go through 2 players to be able to get to that football, but he absolutely showed that he's got some hand strength if he took that away.
So Richland delivers a big gut punch there with 6 seconds remaining before halftime.
Yeah,
and Green's extra point is through.
That's a heartbreak there.
I mean, it seems like Hermiston does almost everything they need to do on that drive.
Yep.
And should be 7-0 going into the locker room, down by a touchdown instead of 2 scores.
Should be, and unfortunately it was a couple of penalties that aided on there. Some extra time went back on the clock, and then just that one there of allowing Woodard to go ahead and create with his feet, and just put up the home run ball and go get it. Whoever's going to want it more, and unfortunately Galloway wanted it more than the Bulldog defenders.
It's interesting because Woodard is at the start of that play for maybe the 5th or 6th play in a row running for his life. The pressure Angel Ordaz is creating at the snap coming right up the middle is really disruptive.
It was. And, Ordaz and then Shahanik almost had him on the outside, and that's what made him turn and come back the other way. And, those type of things there, they did everything, like you said, everything right that they needed to do, except for put it away.
14-0. Mills and Henderson are back to return. If James Green gives them a chance with 6 seconds left before halftime on this kickoff. Green, low liner towards the Hermiston sideline, just kicks it out of bounds. I presume Hermiston's going to take it on the 35.
I would think so. I don't think they're going to, make him kick it again.
Well, it depends how they feel about their return game. There was, in the first state championship year in 2014, Mark Hodges would have made him kick it over and over and over again.
Again now.
Yeah. Because if you think your best chance to break one is here.
Well, see now, and to me right now, Eric, where we're on our kickoff return, setup right now, this second line should be up here right about the 45. Everybody should be up about another 10 yards, except for the 2 deep guys, because they're gonna punch it right down through the center of it. Here they come.
They move now.
Yep. It should even be another 5 yards up.
Green chips it Henderson in the middle, has it. 25 coming out to the near sideline at the 30. Henderson has a seam to the 38-yard line. There is 1 second on the clock. Hermiston will get to run one play before halftime, barring a defensive penalty. Down 14-0. Can they draw up some type of miracle and get onto the board before they go into lock? It's going to be interesting going that second score down, how Hermiston responds. David Faitete did say to us, I'm not sure how they're going to respond when things go wrong. Mm-hmm. And kind of as many things as went right on that defensive series, it ended up going wrong for them.
Yeah. The one thing you don't want to go with the points, but they fought hard. That was the best defensive stand where they gave them the short field to start with, and the mistakes that were made in there, they did very, very well.
Medella's play action, screen play, near side, has it to Allen. Allen across midfield, comes back to his right. Allen will end up with a big play to finish off. Oh, there's a flag out at the end. If that's a defensive penalty, Hermiston's going to get an untimed down. David Faitete was begging for a late hit penalty, and it seems like he bought it.
21-yard pickup by Allen. And then there's going to be another, that's a late hit out of bounds. That's 15 more. Do they have enough leg with the youngster for a kick?
After the play was over, personal foul to hit down on the defense. That 15-yard penalty was forced on the half kickoff.
It's a dead ball it's after the play.
Okay.
So the time had expired on the game clock, and it was a penalty that will now be assessed to start the second half. So at halftime, 14-0 in favor of Richland visiting Hermiston on opening night. Halftime show brought to you by Devon Oil Circle K. When we come back to Hermiston High School, we'll talk to the volleyball head coach, Dan Headley, here on your hometown radio station. Will you give... Huh? It goes on the kickoff. Yeah. Do you hear me okay? Okay.
Yep.
For a refreshing ice cold drink, check out the Polar Pop, only available at Circle K. Pick up yours today. Circle K, Highway 395. Devon Oil Circle K halftime show here at Hermiston High School. Down on Kennison Field, the state championship dance team, Stardust, their 20, just received their state championship rings from head coach Alex Anto as they celebrate yet another dance state title in the WIAA. In the background here, the high school marching band is going to be doing their halftime performance. And Dan Headley, the volleyball coach, joins us now here at halftime as we spotlight the Hermiston School District. How has it been? I mean, are you itching to get to play somebody here finally?
Yes, not only us and the girls, just my whole staff is ready to get out there. The girls have put in a lot of work this summer, played so much volleyball without an opponent, and they're just dying to get out there tomorrow.
When you reflect now on last year, what are the things that stand out to you?
Just proud of the girls and the turnaround we made from one year to the next with the same group of girls. To just see the improvement, and it showed. And again, we were right there on our way to state, and we felt really good about that game. And it just didn't go our way, but I was proud of the girls, and it was a great season.
What were the things that you did here among the workouts, but what did you need to do to move forward to keep this thing going in that right direction at Hermiston?
The kids put a lot of time early in the morning with workouts. We added a plyometric program with our assistant coach just to strengthen the girls' jump, play a little bigger. We do have that this year with our roster, a taller group. I got my first 6-footer in my 5 years here, and that's awesome. But they worked really hard. They were there every day, and it was easily 15 to 20 kids at that, and then all our open gyms, we saw 30 kids.
I'll preface it this way. Because I got to grow up in my mom's volleyball gym, I like to think I know a thing or two. And I said at the beginning of the season, I was like, I think Cam Hagel is the best player in this league. I don't know that a libero can ever win the league MVP, but then she did. How do you replace Hagel now up at Eastern Washington?
Yeah, you don't. You hope there's kids that are putting in the training he had. We have a kid that we've been eyeing. Unfortunately, she tore her ACL in the house or during club season, and she's someone we've been kind of eyeing. So that's been unfortunate, but we just put in extra time with fundamentals in our passing, and again, we're putting the pressure on the girls to say, hey, we got to step up. That's a lot of good passes that we need to replace between Cameron and actually Izzy. Izzy was a great passer last year, and the girls are fighting for it, fighting every day in our practices, and are ready for that challenge.
With those, Izzy Simmons, Cam Hagel, like two real leaders for you as well. How do you replace that leadership? Who's being vocal? Who is taking charge of this team?
This year, Carolyn Follett she's hungry. Was so close last year, and she's been a hungry player. Lucy, but I would like to speak of our juniors that have kind of had to wait. They were super talented in volleyball, but we just had athletes ahead of them that kind of beat them out, but their IQ is really good. Ellie Mills, Hope Melville, Dulce, those three seniors are just ready to make this a great year for themselves, and they've stepped up, modeling it to our whole program. I think some of our young kids that don't play as much volleyball come into that gym and watch our girls play and are just pretty impressed at that leadership and guidance that those girls give.
What does it look like, Hermiston volleyball, bigger than just your varsity program, bigger than just your high school program, so that it does keep growing? And how does, somebody listening here, watching on the YouTube channel, how do they get their daughter involved to make sure that they can be the next Carolyn Follett or the next Cam Hagel?
Yeah, we have a very successful youth program that we just had early sign-ups for on Monday. Our first practice is next Monday, and we're still taking sign-ups. and that's offered to 4th, 5th, and 6th graders, and that's been constantly 50 to 60 kids, and that goes for 2 months, so they get a lot of reps. We got great parent volunteers who help out, and starting last year we started having our girls stay after to help with that, to give back, and we think that's been very successful. And then of course our club program that we have in our area, Storm Volleyball Club, is a big part of why we're getting more and more successful. We're seeing those kids. My first 6-footer is a kid I had 3 or 4 years ago, and she was so tiny, and she's grown up in this program and is just nailing it. It's fun to watch that growth from those kids. And I was actually at the middle school tryouts at Sandstone the other day and was just surprised at the depth of talent on the 8th grade team, I think is what I was watching. And it was not the kids I knew, it was the kids I didn't know, and how fundamentally sound they were. It was just great to see.
Well, we're excited to have this thing get started for you tomorrow. We appreciate the time.
All right, thank you, Eric.
Dan Headley, the volleyball coach here at Hermiston. That spotlight on the Hermiston School District. Hey, there's all sorts of updates at hermiston.k12.or.us. The calendar. Make this first quarter count and get out and see an event here. At halftime, 14-0, Richland in front. And we'll come back with the first half stats and more here on the Halftime Show, brought to you by Devon Oil Circle K. Thanks, Dan.
Thank you, Eric.
Halftime brought to you by Devon Oil Circle K, a proud supporter here for a long time of Bulldog Athletics on your hometown radio station, AM 1360 KOHU. We say hello as well online at gohermiston.com and mixler.com/1360-KOHU. Also a tip of the cap to those of you watching on the Hermiston School District's YouTube channel, HTV. Let me get out ahead of the commenters real quick, because I've seen it in the past. Why are they talking over the top of the presentation? Please remember, we at the radio station are providing the audio, but we still have to do a radio show during halftime. So it's been fun to catch up with Dan, and really excited for everybody else to get started. Freshmen played last night, varsity football here tonight, and everybody else, after kind of a long wait, finally get to start here over the next couple of days. And you've got home events as early as next Tuesday here with slow pitch softball and soccer. Sunny first half, 14-0. And the defenses on both sides really did a lot of impressive things. Richland finally broke through, getting to start on a short field. Micah Meyer with a 1-yard touchdown run to get them on the board. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the first half. And then it looked like Hermiston had done the job to keep Richland out at the very end of the first half. But an extra penalty and then a big play by Jackson Woodard, the touchdown pass to Hayden Galloway, puts them up by 2 scores. Looking big picture on the defensive side for Hermiston, what are they doing right now that's been so effective against this very high-powered Richland offense?
Well, number one, they're making Woodard's receivers have to change their patterns. You look you take a look at a lot of the receiving yards that Woodard has in that first half, and it's because the pattern has been broken. He's had to break through, and the biggest thing is they're making Woodard create with his feet, which he's able to do because he's that good of an athlete. Now Hermiston just has to keep matching that, athleticism and try and get over the top and not allow the people downfield or into the gaps in the middle of the field or on the sidelines. That is the only thing. It came down to those last 4 first downs of that first half that changed this from a 7-point game to the 14-point.
Josh Telenik's team came out for most of that first half. They were really trying to establish the run. And Hermiston defended it really well. Micah Mayer did find some pockets of success, but overall, Hermiston is keeping things in front of them, trying to avoid the big play there, and even the biggest play of the first half, Nate Henderson's got that thing in his hands, and Galloway takes it away from him, but they defended that well too.
Yeah, they did. They did a very good job. And, I think they're going to take a look at that, and they're just going to say, hey, that's just hunger. Are you hungrier than what that Bomber player was? And then on that play, Galloway just happened to be more hungry for him.
Let's take a look at the first half statistics here on your hometown radio station. What do you got?
Well, we'll start with Richland. Richland had the ball for a total of 34 plays in the first half. Total 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. 1 rushing, 1 passing. They had 14 first downs, 6 penalties, 42.5 yards. Their leading rusher in the first half was Mayer. He had 11 rushes for 50 yards and the touchdown. And Woodard was 9 for 15 for 120 yards and a touchdown. And the leading receiver, of course, was Galloway, who had 3 catches for 47 yards and the touchdown. For the Bulldogs had the ball for a total of 23 plays, 90 yards. They ran the ball 11 times for 33 yards and were 6 of 12 for 57 yards through the air. Unfortunately, had the 1 interception. 6 first downs, 37.5 yards of penalty yardage, and nothing bigger than that last one. That gave Richland another opportunity. Leading rusher for the Bulldogs was Hayden Larson with 5 rushes for 21 yards. It seemed like he had a lot more yards than that, but it was 5 for 21. And Braden Medelas was 6 of 12 for 57 yards. The leading receiver, Nate Henderson, 2 for 30 yards.
14-0 Richland at the half. Richland a year ago 7-4. They will take on Hanford next week. For Hermiston, it is a trip up to Walla Walla and opening up that brand new stadium. Southridge and Kennewick, an early Kennewick School District rivalry matchup at the Lamp next Friday night, and Pasco and Sageview, a new rivalry, theoretically, for the Pasco School District, playing at Edgar Brown Stadium. Thursday night, we don't normally travel on a Thursday, off night for us. Kamike and Chiawana at Edgar Brown Stadium might be a fun game to go watch next Thursday night. MCC's got a pretty good schedule out ahead. Tomorrow, a couple of local teams in action. Boardman, Riverside's got a home game against Rainier, 1 o'clock for them. Pilot Rock and Mohawk, 1 o'clock at the Duffer Classic, and then at 4:30 tomorrow, Echo and Country Christian. Echo back up at the 8-man level after successful few years at the 6-man level, including a state championship win a couple of years ago. These two teams, Hermiston is looking to get back into the state playoffs. The year off was a very rough year off a year ago after they made their first Washington State playoff game and ended up losing to Eastside Catholic a couple of seasons ago. Last year, 0-10. And they had moments. They even had moments, which is hard to believe if all you do is look at the 60-0 scoreline from a year ago at Fran Risch against the Bombers. So now the question is, how does Hermiston start things off? And the offense is going to get the ball first. They're going to get good field position because that 15-yard late hit penalty is going to be assessed on the kickoff. So what do you want to see from Mike Mosier's offense here to start off this second half?
Well, I want to see the Bulldogs. I mean, try and go back to the running game again. Get get Hayden Larson back involved in this thing right away, because he was chewing up some good, tough yardage, even though he's having to go both ways. You know, they want to try and keep him there, but a horse, you got to run him, and he is a strong horse out there. They can go ahead and do this with it and try and cram this thing down Richland's throat. Shorten the game just a little bit. Don't try and get out there and, put the ball in the air and stop the clock so much. Try and shorten this thing up by trying to run it down their throats.
Bulldogs are going to be attacking towards the east end zone in the high school here to start off the second half. Richland out. This officiating crew, all veterans from various branches of the military. They're back out as well in the second annual Salute to Service night. Both the coaching staffs received specialty shirts that were provided by the Oregon Army National Guard. Larry Usher met with Adrian Ochoa, the Richland athletic director, up at Coffin Road yesterday to drop off the shirts.
So
I guess that's your halfway.
I got a question. Why did they only mark it off 10 yards? It was a personal foul. That's 15-yard penalty. They should be kicking off from
I got a question for you.
the 20.
We kick off from the 40 in high school.
Exactly.
And they're kicking off from the 25.
Okay. Oh, what? There's one of the lines missing out there. That's why. Sorry
It's
about that.
It's just the blue line for lacrosse. Kickoff near side, moving to the middle of the field up to the 35-yard line. It's not a huge return, but a little bit of extra space for Hermiston.
I didn't see who got that.
The returner was Madden Kessler, a sophomore. They're excited about trying to figure out where they're going to be spots where he can get some touches of the ball. Down 14-0, first down and 10. Hermiston attacking left to right. Braden Medella's with Hayden Larson in the backfield. Motion man Mills, right to left. Handoff to Larson, straight down the middle. Jump cut out to his right, has big space, running downhill all the way into Richland territory to their 46-yard line. Opening play of the second half is a 19-yard Hermiston gain.
That's what the doctor ordered there, 19 yards, and that's what I was saying. You got to go ahead and give the horse, feed him, and let him go.
Briefly, a scary moment for the Richland coaching staff, because it is one of their superstars, senior captain Brody Bosick, who is down.
Cramp.
And that's what it was. It was just, remember, we kicked off at 88. It's 80 degrees right now.
Yeah.
You're hoping this is the hottest game of the season, but it's also opening night. And Bosick's playing both ways almost every play. And so coming out after that halftime break, a cramp to start. Boy, that spot was atrociously bad.
Yeah, but a great first play. I mean, that's what I was saying. Try and ram it down their throat. Get them on their heels.
43 yards means it's a 43-yard line means it was a 17-yard gain on 1st and 10. Medella's in the middle of the field. Hand to Larson again. Larson will get stood up that time. Nicely done. Sile Kiesel Kalahane. And Gavin Green in there to stop Larson for a gain of maybe one.
They made up some of that bad spot with a even worse spot because he actually had more yards than where he was at.
Kessler's getting some time in at H-back, out to the right side. Play action. Look near side. Henderson's got it on a wide receiver screen. Henderson's got first down yardage. Shoved down just short of the 30-yard line. Up to the 32, he makes it. Pickup of 11. And Hermiston moves the chains on Henderson's third catch of the night. 41 yards for him. Bulldogs, they are playing no huddle. Maybe not at the breakneck speed that Mike Mosher would love to play at, but this team does have to be a bit more methodical. Motion man Mills, left to right, going behind the quarterback. Handoff to Larson again. Up the middle, and Larson will bowl forward. Another 3 or 4 yards on first down.
Well, they gave him 5. Almost 5 yards. Wow. Good job. No, 4 yards. They moved it back. That's a good job. That's, that's going to take its toll on those big guys in there because now they can't. They don't have an opportunity now. Why Hermiston isn't in there and snapping the ball while they're changing players?
Second down and 6. Medelas keeps running left side, design quarterback run. Spins off of a tackler across the 20-yard line down to the 17-yard line. And Braden Medelas on the design quarterback draw gets first down yardage. Gaining 10 more. A great start to this opening drive of the second half. It's taken a little more than 2 minutes. Clock spinning. McCamey in the backfield with Medelas on 1st and 10. Middle of the park in the 17-yard line. Medelas moves to McCamey to his left shoulder. Henderson, a lone receiver to the right. Hard count and a flag out, but I think it was James Young again.
Yep.
The wide out left.
Flinched out there.
Back to the 23, first down and 15. A nearly full Richland side over on the far side.
They filtered in very well.
Remember when they added themselves to the MCC, Hermiston had to add that far sideline. Back in the OSAA, the visiting team was just off to our left for a couple of sections of bleachers here. It upped the capacity here at Kennison by about another 800. Medelas to throw, stands in the pocket. Now he steps up. Flags coming out from everywhere. Referee and the umpire each get one as Medelas somehow weaves his way up to a gain of yards. What could have been a loss of 5 or 6. It's going to go backwards anyways.
Yeah, you're going to get a tackle back there in the backfield.
So holding on Hermiston, and Gavin Walter, the outside linebacking starter, does have to come off. About 3 minutes into the third quarter. 9:07 left in this period. Hermiston, the opening drive of the second half here on opening night of 2025's football season.
Still first down. Just keep running the ball ahead. You got them on their heels.
First down in a country mile. Medelas looking to throw. Deep ball right side looking for Henderson. Overthrown. Incomplete. Levi Stiver was in there on the coverage. But it was too tall for everybody. Kind of the first real deep shot that Braden Medelas has taken tonight.
Trying not to bite my tongue off. We got them on their heels on the run. You're starting to tire out their defensive line. That's the key.
Second down and 20 some odd. Flag out near side. Dump it off on a screen. McCamey has it in the middle of the field.
It's going to be motion again.
Came from the near sideline. McCamey ended up gaining about 4 yards. Richland's going to take the penalty. So procedure penalty on Hermiston. Didn't have enough guys on the line of scrimmage. From the 37-yard line. Second down and 30 to go. McCamey in there in the backfield. Medelas fakes it to him. Pumps a screen, now steps up. Medelas caught, spun down. Ends up getting a yard out of the deal. Third down and 29 to go.
See, and that's what happens. You get into this situation, you get yourself behind the chains, and it's impossible to dig it back out. When you're driving it down somebody's throat, keep doing that until they stop it.
Medelas to throw on 3rd and long. Deep ball left side. Jump ball into traffic. Pulled down on the far sideline. Up over the top of everybody. James Young took it out of the traffic.
30.
And the spot of the ball is the 6. It's a first down on a 30-yard gain. First and goal, 7:49 of the clock, down by 2 scores. Hermiston's got it. Knocking on the door. Larson back into the backfield. To the left shoulder of Medelas. H back right. Tight end that way as well. Hand to Larson. Larson comes back to his left. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Hermiston. 6-yard run for Hayden Larson to get Hermiston on the board in 2025.
You know, it's a few plays later than that, but take a look what he did. I mean, powered the ball in. That time there, 30 yards for Hayden Larson on that possession himself, running the ball hard. Great job of James Young going up and getting that pass. But what softens up that defensive backfield is the ability to go ahead and pound it right up the middle.
Tabor Mills will hold for the freshman Jose Teneguardado. He said in practice he hit a 45-yarder the other day. Just needs to chip this extra point through, and he does. 14-7. 7:28 on the clock here in quarter number 3. James Young makes the in double coverage catch. And Hayden Larson, yes, he's the one carrying the ball, but how about the work by the line?
So I'm saying
And it seemed like they came out of a locker room where they got challenged by Dylan Caldwell.
Well, not only did they did the right thing. They, you know, what I said right there at halftime coming out, run it down their throats. You've got a defensive line that is getting tired. You've got them on their heels. They've been on the field all night long in this temperature here, and your offensive line has had an opportunity to go ahead and rehydrate again, because we were on the field, you know, 10, 12 plays less offensively in that first half. But they did the right thing, going right at them, pushing up the middle. Offensive line asserted themselves, took the strength. Now they got Richland on the heels, and they pushed them backwards.
The drive goes 65 yards, and it takes 4 minutes and 32 seconds to end in a Hayden Larson 6-yard touchdown run. Freshman Jose Teneguardado, he's got his first career extra point. He's kicked the ball off already to start this game. Now kicking towards his high school building. Returners are up. Galloway and Mayer, this one is well kicked. Driving Galloway all the way back to the 1-yard line. Coming down the right hash mark of the 15, comes out to his right, makes a man miss. 25-30, breaks another tackle, and churning his way up to the 34-yard line. 33-yard return. And Galloway, who's one of the touchdown receivers in the first half, gets Richland good field position. Up by a touchdown with 7:21, and their offense gets their first touch of the ball here in the second half. What do you expect from them? Because until that final drive when they had to go to hurry up, they were very run-oriented as well.
Yes, they were, and I'm thinking they're going to do the same thing as what Hermiston just did to them, is exert themselves up the middle, keep going out hard at them.
215-pound sophomore Finn Bunnage in there, gets his first take, cuts back to the left, has space across midfield, pulled down from behind by Henderson, but Bunnage on his first carry at the varsity level gets a big carry first down for Richland.
16 yards on that play.
Josh Jelenik, the head coach, told me they weren't sure how much Finn Bunnage we would see because of his youth, trying to make sure he knows the system there. Him again, Bunnage coming left side again. Henderson stands him up, a flag out as Bunnage ends up with about a 4-yard carry to the 45 in Hermiston territory.
You're going to get a holding down in the middle in there.
Well, and that is the place where Hermiston's defense has been the most disruptive.
Absolutely, yes, it has been.
Ten yards back to the 41, so back on Richland's side of the midfield stripe with 6:49 left in the third quarter. Bulldogs, after the opening scoring drive in the second half, really need to find a way to get off the field here. Bunnage behind Jackson Woodard. Woodard's got Bosick back out on the field to the left. Option right as well. Bunnage again, the sophomore running right. And he's got trailers trying to chase him down. Tupou Boyd, another one of those fantastic sophomores Hermiston's so excited about, is able to run him around, but after Bunnage gains 11.
Yeah, and see, they're doing exactly what we did. They are going ahead and they're saying, hey, our offensive line can do the same thing. We're going to show you. And that's where they came up, and now they are getting and this Bunnage, fresh legs. So it's going to be awful hard.
Micah Marion for him at the 48, second down and 8. Mayer this time running left side, bounces out to the edge of the outside, breaks attack of the 45, and is shoved down by Tabor Mills at the 43-yard line. Good open field tackle by Mills after Mayer runs for 5. Third down, 4 to go. Past the halfway point of the third quarter. As Woodard comes onto the field, Hayden Galloway, who's got the receiving touchdown this night. Both things are true. And Galloway's going to be in the slot to the right. Outside of him is Bosick. Handoff, though, Mayer up the middle on a kind of a stretch play down the middle. Big yardage, first down into Hermiston's 28-yard line.
17-yard pickup that time.
So the Bombers got a first down, trying to add on to a 14-7 lead. Under 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Jack Kirkham, the tight end, is lined up into the right side. Another tight end out to the left. Receiver each way on first down and 10. Low snap, pulled up, handed to Bunnage. Bunnage coming to the right, spins off of a tackler and down to the 26-yard line. Richland, in that final 3 minutes of the first half, had to work really, really hard to get onto the board for a second time. And Hermiston really made them work down inside the 30-yard line where Richland's got it right now.
Yeah, these two teams are just playing who can beat each other up front right now.
Well, and watch senior Brody Bosick as they huddle he's kind of one step behind the huddle, and he's doing lunge stretches as he's cramping up in the calves. 2nd down and 8. Bunnage again, right side run. This time he's in trouble. Bunnage dropped for a loss. Right down the middle. And Angel Ordaz makes the stop. And then Ordaz, he's down. And he throws his leg up into the air, kind of that universal sign for a cramp. I mean, it is on a night where we finally have dropped into the 70s, but the upper 70s, albeit, at almost 9 o'clock. This is going to be a war of attrition. This is going to be a test of the fitness of these first couple of weeks of practices.
And this is the most important play right now of this game, Eric. It really is. I don't know that. I'm going to say it's probably they're still going to run 2 plays. I don't think they're going to give it up. I don't think they're going to try and, if they don't get the first down, that they're going to try and kick a field goal. I think that, they're going to keep trying to go down and swap this field and make Hermiston have to come back and try and go this time from a short field or from a long field like they didn't in the short field, but they made it a long field.
I don't have an exact number from Josh Jelenek, but watching James Green warm up in the pregame, I think that they've got to get at least 12 or 13 more yards before they'd even consider it. He was well short at 45 to end the warm-up period, and was a lot more comfortable at about 30 yards out. 3rd down and 9 after the 1-yard loss. Woodard rolling to the left. Time to throw. Pressured as he gets out to the edge. He will take it himself and is out of bounds into the Hermiston sideline. Gains 2 more yards up to the 25. Sapeni credited with shepherding Woodard out. And an injury pause here for Hermiston.
No, for Richland down in the end zone.
And that's Galloway this time.
Yeah.
Galloway, it's the same thing. It's cramps.
Yeah. It's for those who've never been over to Richland, Richland practices on natural grass. Most of their practice is on natural grass off to the south of their Friend-Rich Stadium there. So coming back on to this hotter field like it is that's radiating up from this turf, it's got to be really starting to dehydrate them.
They're going to go for it on 4th down and 7 from the 25. Woodard pulls it down. He's going to take it himself. Woodard gets the first down yardage. Put his shoulder down, got to the 17-yard line, picked up an 8-yard gain and a new set of downs for the Bombers.
That's just good athleticism and toughness there, and
3:26 left in quarter number 3. And another injury timeout.
Yeah, another.
It's cramp for cramp right now. And Bosick, who was the first one, he's down there stretching out the Bulldog at the back of the end zone. 14-7, the Richland lead. 3:26 left, 3rd quarter.
That's a Richland player down there. No, is it?
No,
Yeah,
it is. It's James Young.
James Young, yeah.
Bosick was the one stretching him out, but Bosick was the first one
Well,
who came up with cramps here in this 3rd quarter.
well, the first thing that should have been happening is whoever ran down there should have had a water bottle with them. Still, you can still get some hydration in you. It's not going to help that much, but it is. It'll get it to working back into you.
I mean, at this point, somebody should run up over the grocery store there and pick up a couple of quarts of tomato juice. The 1/3 tomato juice, 2/3 water. It's an old tennis trick.
We'd have a red
Coach
field.
Fred Osmond.
We'd have a red field. They'd throw it up all over the place.
No, it tastes lovely, actually. 1st down and 10. Bunnage again, running to the right side. Bunnage got nowhere to go. Oh, he makes it into something and gets all the way down to the 5-yard line. He was bottled up and turned that into a 17-yard gain. No, bad math. 13-yard gain.
Yeah. Yeah, he just kept going and we kept trying to tackle him up high, and that time we were going after the football, and he's a big, strong kid.
Finn Bunnage has got him first down and goal down to the 5. Standing behind Woodard. Bunnage again. Running right side, out to the edge. Bunnage got the corner. Bunnage has the end zone. An answer back Richland touchdown to give them a 2-score lead again.
That's what fresh legs will do for you. That'll get you back up into where you should be, and hopefully people are taking lessons over here. They're in doing some drinking. They're in there doing whatever they got to do to get themselves rehydrated and sticking around that water bottle. Our day and age, it was they give you a couple of salt tablets and have you get back out there. Didn't do much good.
High snap pulled down and put through by James Green. With 2:28 left in the third quarter, Richland back out to a 14-point lead, 21-7 here at Bulldog Stadium, as Hermiston hosts Richland's Bombers to open up the 2025 season. Bulldog Football on your hometown radio station is brought to you in part by Smitty's Ace Hardware. By the way, check out Smitty's Outpost. They have a huge end of the summer savings going on through this weekend. It ends on the 9th. All the Sitka brand products, 35% off. There's all sorts of savings if you are looking for something that goes pew-pew. The end of summer sale happening out at Smitty's Ace Outpost in Hermiston. Limited stock on hand. It's called the end of the summer sale, but it is not too long until it's hunting season, and they can get you all set up at Smitty's Ace Hardware. Bulldog Football, AM 1360, KOHU Hermiston. We welcome you as well online at gohermiston.com and mixler.com/1360-KOHU. The web stream is powered by Blue Mountain Networks. That's internet at the speed of life. No. It's us. Come. Henderson to the left. And Ryan Allen to the right to return. Green's got it teed. Richland's got a 21-7 lead. 2:28 left in the quarter. Up back. And Kessler gets himself a touch. The sophomore returns only for about 4 yards, but it gets Hermiston to just short of the 34-yard line. So good starting position for Hermiston's offense as they come back out onto the field. Dig deep time. Braden Medelas will take the offense back out on the field. They marched down against Richland to open up this second half.
And they got to do the same thing here. They've already asserted themselves. They got that defensive line tired. They got to push them back again.
Larson in the backfield. Flag out. Motion penalty on Hermiston. No, it wasn't motion. I mean, it was, but it wasn't an illegal motion. It was one of the linemen flinched.
Yeah, that's their 10th penalty of the night, Eric. 25 yards in the second half so far. They had 37.5 in the first half. So, they got to keep it together here.
James Young, Tabor Mills are to the left. Henderson is alone, wide right. Ball in the left hash mark from the 28 after the penalty. Mills in motion out to the right. Screen play set up, dumped off, dropped by Larson.
I don't know how far that would have gone anyway. They had two linebackers coming down hard on Larson, but Larson has enough power to go ahead and get through it.
I don't know, man. That looked good. That's, 5 open drops tonight.
Yep.
I mean, some people feel like they're just watching Dak and CD again tonight. Second down
knock
and
that
15.
Oh,
Medella's in trouble. He escaped it her first and then is turned and spun and thrown down. The 18-yard line.
Hey, they played hard.
10-yard loss.
They played hard.
I made that joke way too close to the start of the play.
Yeah. It's now, Eric, I'm just going to say it this way. We had them on their heels running the football. And now we've come out and changed up and gone all pass. I mean, both these plays have been passing plays, attempts. Now we're behind the chains, way behind the chains, and about ready to change the whole.
They're down and very long. They read a screenplay to Henderson well. Henderson breaks the first and then is hammered from behind by Silent Kiesel Kalahane.
1 yard pickup or 1 yard pickup.
And all the credit to sophomore Andre Jackson playing back at safety. He read that thing before the snap and just started to fly up to get into the flat. They knew that was where they were looking, was a Henderson screen. So Shilhonik's got a punt. And first we get another pause. Richland will call a timeout. So 21-7, Richland wants a timeout with 48 seconds left in the third quarter and a 2-score lead.
With the lead, I just still don't understand that timeout that time there. I mean, do you think that Hermiston's going to have a fake in here? Not that deep, not on their own 18.
I mean, I guess my guess would be they didn't have the right personnel out there and just want to make sure. Tomorrow, midday, actually mid-morning, late morning, whatever you want to look at 11:30 as. 11:30 a.m. right here on KOHU. Beavers pregame show, Oregon State, Fresno State from Corvallis. 12:30 is the kickoff over there in the Valley tomorrow. But you can hear it on the longest serving member of the Beavers Sports Network, KOHU. Richland again misaligned, flag out. They have a substitution penalty coming as Shilhonik gets it away. Shilhonik's still down, but Richland had a mess over there on their sidelines, and Josh Shilhonik's got to be incensed because that is out of a timeout. Your personnel's not on the field aligned correctly for a punt return. I think Shilhonik is cramping.
Yes, he is. And he had that was partially blocked also.
The punt got out to the, well, I thought it was like the 42.
He's standing on the 45, I believe, is where the ball's at right now.
We still haven't had an indication as to what they're going to do. Hermiston declines it as opposed to punting again because your punter just was down on the ground with leg cramps.
Yep.
And so put it at the 45, call out another guy or two, rotate more people in. Who is going to make it? 39 seconds left in the third quarter.
Well, you know, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I have a feeling you're going to see a whole lot of Bummage, and no, he's not in there, so
I was going to say,
you're going to see
nope.
Meyer.
Micah Mayer.
Yep, you're going to see him, and if they go to passing right now with the way they rammed it down our throats earlier.
Mayer up the middle, and he's stopped at the 41-yard line, 4-yard gain. Right there in the heart of the defense, Cole McCamey makes the stop for Hermiston.
He's got 76 yards on the night right now on 14 carries.
I'll be intrigued as to whether or not Richland even wants to snap the ball again here with 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like they'll run one more play on this 2nd down and 6. Woodard will get the snap off, turn and hand off to Mayer. Mayer is driven backwards, met in the hole and stopped by Larson on the final play of quarter number 3. No gain as Hayden Larson sticks the running back. And 3rd down and 6 facing Richland when we start the fourth quarter. When we return here to Bulldog Stadium on AM 1360 KOHU. We'll be back in 1 minute. Here at Kettison Field. Oh, good. That didn't take very long. The scoreboard turned off for a second there, but it turned right back on. The brand new video board. 21-7. Richland leading. Fourth quarter coming here at Bulldog Stadium.
But why are we playing? Well, yeah.
3rd down and 6 to go from the 41. Finn Bunnage, the sophomore, in. Flag out near side.
Is it lined up in the neutral zone?
You ask me these questions.
Oh.
No, it was the tight end moving.
Well,
now you can get off of the field with a stop for no gain.
Yep.
Because at midfield, even at the 46, I think Richland punts and tries to pin Hermiston deep.
I think you're exactly right. Hermiston's got to just buck up right now and not let anybody get loose.
Presumably a passing down here for Woodard. Nope, Bunnage. Running left, Bunnage breaks it to the outside. Flag out as Bunnage gets 1st down yardage. Dropped his shoulder down and got across the 35.
13 yards on the rush, and see who they call for the holding, if that's what it is, or if it's a crackback. It might be a blindside block out there.
No, just
Nope.
common holding. Brody Bosick.
So
It's from the spot. So it was quite a bit downfield, so it ends up just being a 2-yard loss, and they replay 3rd down from the 48, 3rd and 13. Minute into the fourth quarter. Bulldogs down by 14. need to get off of the field here and get their offense the ball back. Pearson Bryant is alone to the left, the short side of the field. 3 options right for Woodard, with Bunnage behind him again. Woodard to throw, rolling to the right. Pumps, dumps underneath, throw incomplete. A little low and behind the sophomore Andre Jackson.
First pass of the second half that, mattered about anything, Eric, and it didn't need to be.
4th down and 13. The punt team coming out. Or are they? Yes, they are. There's Hayden Galloway. He's been playing both ways. Bulldogs drop 2 back to return. Mills and Starr. Flag out. Delay of game on Richland. It is not as loud as pronounced down there below us in Bulldog Stadium stands as it used to be a little more than a decade ago when offensive line coach Dylan Caldwell's mom was yelling out the beep, beep, beep after a penalty. High snap over the head of Galloway, knocks it down. The lefty punter rolling to his left will get it away and hammers it high into the air, stays in play, rolls inside the 20. Wow. It might have been the saving play of the night for Richland. Galloway just being an athlete.
Oh, my, that was fantastic. And the ball's down at the 20-yard line or right about the 20. Yeah,
33-yard punt.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if they were asking, for the hit, the late hit.
Who?
The Richland coaches were lobbying for that. So why on the Bulldog? Oh, yeah.
But on who? Did somebody hit Galloway?
Yes.
Well, there's no marker down back where Galloway was. All right, let's find out.
Huh? Curved out of bounds?
So Galloway was over on the boundary as he turned around and kicked that ball with his left foot. And I think if you're Josh Delenik, you're saying, wait, how did you guys even determine that? But one official is on that sideline during the punt. And so he's standing on the sideline. He's saying as that was way high up into the air, it is out of bounds, and then it kind of essentially, it's a lefty foot, so it sliced back into play left to right. But it was out of the field at the 50.
No, it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't matter because Hermiston's got a handoff, up the middle run, back to the defenders, and working his way for a couple of yards is McCamey. Second and 8 into Richland territory at the 48. We're not quite a minute into the fourth quarter yet. Hermiston down 21-7. Medeles. He's got a back to his right. Looking to throw. Medeles time to throw. Does deep ball. Incomplete. Too long. Looking for Henderson. Third down at 8. So Medeles will have McCamey to his left. Henderson, the lone receiver, up top to his right. 3 options left on third down at 8. Medeles rolling left. pressured. Hit as he throws over the middle, incomplete. And just no time back there as Richland brought David Lee on a linebacker blitz.
Yeah, and Medella's, if he had to do that all over again, because he threw it right up in the middle of the defense out there, may have thought twice about letting go of that football.
Slater McAndrew, the sophomore, is the backup punter. 4th down and 8 at the Richland 48. McAndrew standing on his 37. Flag out for a delay of game on Hermiston. So right now, Max Shilhonic dealing with cramps, not able to punt. Jose Tena Guardado, he comes here into this program from middle school football where you just don't punt very much. And so he just hasn't done it very much yet. And so it's McAndrew here. Has time to get away. Low spinner. Galloway gets it, steps away from the first blocker, and Galloway gets himself up to the 34-yard line. Turns it into a 6-yard return. 21-7 Richland with 10:37 remaining. It's here for Hermiston on opening night, but they've got to find another stop on defense. They're going to have to find a stop of Finn Bunnage.
Yeah, and, it's...
Well, now it's my turn to do that because it's Micah Mayer, the other sophomore, out there to start off this drive. So now I think they feel like their front 5 can do the work, and then they want the speed for Mayer. Speed option left side. Mayer's got it. He's got space. At the 40, he cuts back to his right. Grabbed and pulled down. 1st down and a 13-yard gain. Tanner Wicks makes the stop in open field for Hermiston.
Yeah, that's the thing. Both teams are tired on the defensive lines, and it's whatever offensive line has the horsepower to go. And I thought Hermiston had it in their advantage. Now Richland's going to take it away from them.
Flag out near sideline on this 1st down run. Mayer out to the right side. Gets about 2 yards before he's pulled down. Stopped short of the midfield stripe, but the flag came out from the Hermiston sideline.
Motion. Okay, so Mayer picks up 2 yards on the run.
So they ended up happy with that one. Happy enough, I suppose. (7-6) final. Umatilla comes back and beats Irrigan on their home field on opening night up at Milt Duran. Opening night here, Hermiston trailing 21-7. Near side throw. Galloway's got it, moving to the middle in a slant play. And Galloway into Hermiston territory at the 45 where he's pulled down, gains 7 more. You look at the two sidelines, there's about the same number of guys in jerseys with helmets. There's probably about the same number of guys that are stretching and trying to get themselves loose from a leg cramp. 3rd down and a yard to go from the 45. Bunnage in, the big sophomore takes it, 1st down yardage, and Moore gets 5 up to the Hermiston 40-yard line. Just rumbling down, and Richland, they see it now. Just keep it down, shorten this game, run play clock down. Even with 8:48 left, it's time to try to get out of here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you get every, cramps are bad enough as they are, but you can come back pretty quickly from them if you get the hydration going back into you before you get to bed at nighttime. So those type of injuries are not hard on you.
First down 10. Buttich fumbled, dropped the ball, came right back to the line, and it fell right into the belly of a Hermiston Bulldog, and it's Cash Edwards who's got the fumble recovery, and Hermiston's got it with life, down by 14, 8:19 left.
Yeah, that almost looked like, Eric, that Bummage didn't even think he was supposed to be getting the football that time because, and number one, because it did not go into the hands at all. It hit him on the hip. I think he was thinking that maybe he rode that long enough and they pulled it out that he was going to go ahead and take it himself.
It's both sides of the ball, both teams are relying on a lot of sophomores. There are a lot of guys who don't have driver's licenses yet, who are in big situations here, for many the first time under the lights of Friday night. Hermiston with a chance from their 41. Motion man, little toss play, spin play in the backfield, and it is sniffed out. A loss of yards back to the 40. Richland says they knocked it out. They did not get it loose on that play from Henderson. But a loss of yard brings 2nd and 11 up. McCamey in the backfield, a receiver each way for Hermiston. A tight end each way in this formation. McCamey on the delay.
Ooh.
And McCamey, he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage maybe before he gets piled under by a bunch of white shirts.
Yeah, that might have been an ill-advised number one draw play, would it look like. Because he just got snowed.
Hardy in there leading the way on the stop. 3rd down and 10 at the 41. And Hermiston's back in one of these passing situations. Young left. Mills left. Henderson right. Medella's play action, gets pressured, dumps it off underneath, and right at the line of scrimmage, the screen play is snuffed out. Again, Galloway there, and Cash Edwards just had nowhere to go, ends up losing a yard. Under 7 minutes left, down 21-7, 4th down and 11. You keep the offense on the field here?
Yeah.
Well, they got the punt crew out.
Okay.
Hermiston do have all their timeouts. Flag out.
Delay.
No. There's still 2 on the play clock. Substitution penalty on Hermiston. This is one of the results of your special teams personnel. You don't rep a whole lot of second team special teams, third team special teams. So as guys have gotten injured, you're trying to plug and play. McAndrew again bobbles it, and the punter loses it. There's a scramble right at the 16-yard line. He got it back, but it doesn't matter because it's a loss on 4th down, turnover on downs. And Richland's got it on the fumble by McAndrew that he recovered, but Richland's got it the 17 with 6:13 left, up 21-7. Now they got a chance to put an exclamation point on opening night.
It was about a 17-yard loss. And they're
No, it was 24.
24, okay. I was trying to be nice.
Gage Williams in the backfield for the first time tonight. Another sophomore. Going for the home run finish to Bosick, left corner, out of his hands, incomplete. Very good defense by Tanner Wicks.
It was. He was right on it, step for step, and they got Bosek going back over to the sideline again. I think he started to feel it after he got up that time.
After the turnover, deep in Hermiston's end, trying to go for what would have been a finishing home run shot. Now instead handed off to Williams. Williams in the backfield, drop for a loss. Hermiston just guy after guy after guy. Michael Wald that time. Another senior rotating in. I mean, the Bulldogs have rotated plenty of guys in, and there's been a lot of success at defensive tackle tonight.
There has been, and they played very well. I mean, they've matched up man for man on that offense and defensive line tonight with this Bomber team.
3rd down and 11 to go at the 18-yard line. Handoff, Bunnage in the backfield, spins off of the first. The whistles fly. Are they going to say loss of another yard? Yeah. Back on the other side of the 20. 21's where they spot it. Loss of 2.
That was a quick whistle.
5 minutes left in the contest on opening night. 21-7. Hermiston's got another chance to try to get off the field. Again, I kind of didn't think they were quite to James Green territory yet. This would have been about a 38, 39 yarder. So offense will stay out. Woodard, flag out, didn't get it off. Now delay a game. They're going to go back another 5 yards. Well, regardless of result, this one's going to give plenty of conversation points for these two teams at their meetings and film tomorrow.
Absolutely it is. I mean, a lot of kudos can go out to both teams, but both teams are going to be being told, hey, we got to clean it up. I know it's first games, but, Hermiston has 12 penalties on, or 13 penalties on the night, and now Richland has 12 on the night.
Bosick comes off for an equipment violation on this 4th down and what's now about 18. Woodard pumps, throws over the middle, back shoulder catch at the end zone, and Kirkham, the tight end's in for a score. The 6'3" senior tight end comes back behind his shoulder and hauls it in. Pretty well defended until the ball got to the receiver. And then Kirkham just wins it again. 2 touchdowns tonight where Hermiston's defender is there and the Richland guy just goes up and gets it.
Well, how long was that?
23 yards.
Yeah, they had the 5-yard penalty. That's right.
Green's kick is through. And 28-7 with 4:23 left. We'll be back at Bulldog Stadium on AM 1360 KOHU. back in 1 minute. Couple of different times it looked like Hermiston was going to get off the field there, get another chance, but Jack Kirkham catches a 23-yard touchdown reception from Jackson Woodard, his second touchdown pass of the night. And Richland's lead is now 28 to 7, an onside kick. Richland there to recover it. They do the little squibber dribbler, and Richland recovers, and they've got it now.
Yeah.
To put the exclamation point on with 4:23 left.
Yeah, nobody on that front line was even thinking about it, was even ready for it, you know, and why not? I mean, if you go for it that way, but.
Yeah, but you know what this is? This is making that known on film. Now you're starting to think about next week, the week after that, because you got to get special teams coaches in the MCC going, oh, did you see what they did there? Mm-hmm. Did you see how they did that one? How do we got to prepare and defend for that one?
Yep.
That was less about tonight, and that was kind of thinking 2 or 3 games ahead. Handoff, right side run, 3 yards gained. Gage Williams again, the sophomore, taking the tote for Richland. You remember Mark Hodges would talk about doing that as an offensive coordinator. Flag out. I think 2 offsettings.
Was it 2?
Angel Ordaz is in disbelief.
2 guys pushing at the very end.
No, nobody was touching each other. Javon Golden, I think they were talking.
Oh, okay.
But Hodges would start calling stuff in the second half of games for 3 weeks down the road. Yeah. He always liked to downplay the Hermiston Pendleton thing, but then in honest moments he'd always be like, "Yeah, we want Pendleton to see that." Yeah, the penalty's offset. Those two, Golden Ordaz is kind of like air handshake. 4 minutes left. Richland cheerleaders leading a Go Bananas chant for their very healthy crowd over there on the far sideline here at Bulldog Stadium. Williams, big run out to the right side. Williams inside the 30-yard line. He's got first down yardage and more.
15-yard pickup that time.
It is a late night, but it's a smaller group here on the near side. I mean, part of it, you've got 20 cheerleaders down there. Dance teams down there. Cheerleaders got 12 seniors of their 20 this year. Kaylee Wise and crew. That dance team, they got their state championship rings tonight at halftime. Band over there, Sean McClanahan's team that performed at halftime. Backfield stop. new running back in, and Josh Biggs, a junior. Stopped by Sapeni. Well, Fitu Sapeni has looked very good, and I think that in Boyd and Sapeni, you keep looking for more and more guys who can be defense-only guys, so those offensive line guys don't have to play both ways.
Yeah.
Second out and 12 after the loss. Biggs, the junior, in the backfield again. Woodard to throw. Left side, back shoulder catch to Lee. Lee at the 25-yard line, stopped after a gain of 5. But the clock keeps moving, 2:15 left. Until now. Another cramping injury. And it was Lee. Caught the pass. Stayed down.
Telltale thing when you're walking stiff-legged like that, trying to get over there and not bend those toes.
I mean, everybody who played tonight's hoping that this is the hottest night of the entire season. I mean, when we started 89-90, third down about 7. Biggs and Woodard, they're waiting. Play clock's at 8. Game clock's at 1:54. Take the snap, hand it to Biggs. Biggs stopped. Maybe a yard. Hunter Hansel is in there on the stop. And Hermiston will take a timeout with 1:42 left ahead of 4th down and 6. Tons of positives getting ready for a trip to Walla Walla next Friday night.
A lot of positives. And you're going to say that about both teams. The only negatives that they're going to have to do, they've got to learn how to. They've got to clean up the penalties. You know, granted, a lot of first game mistakes, but that's a lot of penalties in this game. 26 total penalties, 27 total penalties in the game. And you've got to be able to clean that up. 14 by Hermiston and 13 by Richland.
I mean, it seemed like a week 1.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 10 o'clock by the time this thing ends, nearly. 4th down and 6. Offense will stay out there. Biggs behind Woodard. Woodard hands off to Biggs. Dive play up the middle. Biggs got the first down yardage. Tripped up in the secondary. Gets up to the 13-yard line. Gain of 12. And that, if Hermiston puts their last 2 timeouts in their pocket, that can be it. You race out a few new jerseys here. Guys that presumably have a chance to see each other Monday.
See, that's a penalty, Eric. They just had an illegal substitution. They broke the huddle with 12.
Williams again up the middle with a run. Williams down to the 8-yard line. Picks up 5. Under a minute remaining. Bombers home opener against Hanford next Friday night. They started last season 4 in a row. Then they lost the 1-pointer to Kennewick. They lost by a touchdown at Skyview. Lost to Chiawana as well until they got to Kennedy Catholic in the first round of the state playoffs. Williams bounces out to the outside left side. Flag out as Williams gets to the goal line and into the end zone.
Holding.
8-yard touchdown run's going to be wiped off of the board. Holding penalty, moves it back.
And see, that was right outside the end zone, so he had 4 yards already on the gain.
They'll go for the 12.
Wow.
Final 15 seconds.
Kneel down.
Maybe give Gabe Williams one more chance to run it in, it looks like. The sophomore takes a low snap, and that's not going to happen. He's bottled up and dropped for a loss in the backfield. In there on the stop, Garrett Robinson for Hermiston, which will end up being the final play of opening night 2025. Tons and tons of improvement for Hermiston.